Hey guys, it's week 8, so it's our last briefing this semester, and hopefully my last briefing in college. Uh, and I'm going to talk about the importance of a good resume. A resume is a way to make a great first impression on a good employer. A good resume is a way to present your personal brand also. The goal is to look professional and qualified for the job. A good resume is important for three main reasons. First, it is your first impression on an employer. Second is the document that tells your employer all about you in a few lines. Third, having a good resume helps you to create your own brand. So first, we're gonna go to how it leaves a first impression. Um, this piece of paper tells your employer whether or not you're qualified for the job. First off, um, uh, and usually employers just kind of glance at resumes when they're going through them, and so it's important that that you make yours memorable and make it stand out. Uh, I know I saw a statistic saying that there's like 50 to 75 applicants per upper level jobs, and like 200 to 300 for entry level on average. So you really want to be able to stand out in the crowd when you're trying to get your employer's attention. So it's important to do your resume in ways to really stand out like that. Make sure and put your bigger accomplishments and things that you should be proud of and things that should play a role in helping you land that job in a good spot for it to stand out for the employer that's looking. Uh, Second, your resume tells your employer about you. Uh, it's going to include your skills, your education, and your work experience. Uh, a lot of the time, work experience is the most important part of it. But for people like us, I mean, I've been working since I was 16, but most of my job experience doesn't really help me with the kind of job I'm looking to get now, and I'll be done with school. And so, so really try if you got any special skills or trades, that's something good to include. And obviously, your education is something you should always include. Um, you should include special skills outside of those required for the job. I mean, you definitely want to include skills that would help you with the job, but it's also something that can make you stand out. You never know what might jump off the page at an employer with a skill set that you have. You also need to give references that can back up who you are as a person as well as a worker. Uh, Whether it's a previous employer that um, was really a very important job, or whether it's uh, like a high school job, a summer job, or a summer job in college. If it's an employer that you know is a good person and thinks a lot of you, and you worked hard for him, ask him for permission, him or her for permission, and put him down as a reference, and so that you can hopefully have them say a few good things about you. That might be the difference in you and the guy or girl next to you on the list. Uh, Also, you have to create your own brand. Okay, this goes back to jumping out in the crowd, standing out on your resume. Um, okay, so creating your own brand allows a person to portray themselves however they want to be portrayed. Helps a person determine who they are as a person and as a worker. Well, obviously want your brand to be that of a successful person and a hard worker, someone that's determined and it's going to be there day in and day out doing what they have to do for the company or organization that they're employed by. And I mean, so this really just gives you the opportunity to maybe if you haven't really shown that type of work ethic in the past, if you can portray that that's the type of person you are, I mean, you need to back it up when you get in there. But you can create a winning brand, I guess you could say, to help you maybe have an edge on some other people trying to get the same job you're looking for. So that's just something to consider. But a great way of looking at it is people's brands change throughout their life. As far as, I mean, someone's brand in high school or when they first get to college is going to be different by the time they get out of school. So, I mean, for people in our positions that are getting ready to graduate, everything like that, we're probably still trying to figure out what ours is, but it's definitely something to consider and something to really think on whenever you are looking for that first job out of college or any job or career. Lastly, I'm going to go over a couple of statistics. 3/4 of applicants are eliminated by their resumes. So just right off the bat, as soon as their resume gets put in, they're thrown out, because all a resume does is get you to the interview stage. Okay, so this goes back to having a good looking resume that really makes you stand out. So definitely need to have a good looking resume. And this is actually something I said earlier. Another stat: employers only spend an average of 10 seconds looking at a resume. That's not very long, and that's definitely something to really consider whenever you're thinking about how you're doing yours. But in conclusion, do you want to be seen as a professional that is qualified for any job you are applying for? Yes, I think we all do. That all starts with a good resume. It is important to have one that stands out. Resumes allow us to present ourselves as a professional before we even meet the employer. And that's what I've been talking about the whole time, and that's pretty much what it boils down to. It's not going to get you the job, but it can get you to a position where you could hopefully have a good chance at it. So just remember, whenever you are putting these resumes together, be sure to put a lot of time and effort into it, and it can make a difference. Thank you.